Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving deep, and I mean really deep, into a single sentence from the book of Revelation. It's this incredible line of praise coming straight from heaven, but, and this is the cool part, hidden inside are 7 distinct layers of meaning that totally change how you see it. So let's break it down. Okay, here it is. Revelation chapter 7, verse 12. Now, on the surface, it's a beautiful, powerful declaration of worship, right? But what happens when we start peeling back the layers and look at the original language? What truths are actually embedded in these specific words? Let's get into it. You know, you can think of this verse like an ancient treasure chest. It's locked tight, sealed with history and language, and today we're going to find the 7 keys we need to pop it open and really see what's sparkling inside. All right, first things first, let's look at the frame of this whole declaration, the 2 words that hold everything else together. They act like these powerful, heavy bookends for the entire statement. So get this, the verse doesn't just end with amen. It actually starts with it. And that's a huge deal. It immediately establishes that everything about to be said isn't just wishful thinking or a nice sentiment. It's being presented as an undeniable, absolute fact. It's a statement of truth from the very first word. And here's the other crucial point. This isn't some quiet, personal prayer. The original Greek word here, logontes, means to declare or proclaim openly, publicly. So this is a loud, confident statement of truth, meant for all of creation to hear. No whispering here. Okay, so we've got the frame. Now let's open that treasure chest and look at the jewels inside. And what we find is a very specific list of 7 attributes being ascribed to God. A blessing, glory, wisdom, thanksgiving, honor, power, and might. These 7 pillars, they form the core of this heavenly praise. And as we're about to see, each one has a very specific and incredibly powerful meaning.
Now, to really, and I mean really, understand these attributes, we've got to go back to the original Greek. This is where the meaning just explodes with amazing detail and nuance.
First up, we have blessing. The Greek word they used is eulogia. And what's so fascinating is how the word itself is built. It actually comes from 2 smaller words, eu, which means good, and logos, which means word. So put them together, it literally means good speaking. This is way more than just asking for a blessing. It's the actual act of speaking well of God, of praising his character out loud. Next up is glory, or doxa in the Greek. Now, we use this word a lot, especially in religious contexts, but what did it actually mean to the people hearing it back then? Well, yeah, it definitely refers to divine radiance and splendor, like a shining light. But it also carries this idea of reputation, and even more of weightiness. So it's not just about brightness, it's about the heavy importance, the incredible substance and significance of God's presence. All right, moving on to our third attribute, we get to wisdom. And in the original Greek, this is the word Sophia. Now, this isn't just about being smart or knowing a bunch of facts. Sophia represents this deep, divine understanding and skill. It's praising God not just for what he knows, but for how perfectly he designs and carries out his flawless plans for everything. Okay, let's move on to Thanksgiving and see how this all keeps building. The Greek word here is eucharistia. And yeah, that might sound a little familiar. Just like before, it's made of 2 parts. Eu, for good, and charis, which means grace. So this isn't just general gratitude like being thankful for a sunny day. It is a profound thankfulness that comes specifically from recognizing God's unearned, undeserved grace. And you guessed it, this is the root word for Eucharist. Our 5th jewel from this heavenly treasure chest is honor, which is captured by the Greek word time. What this word does is it acknowledges God's incredible worth and immense value. It's basically a declaration that God is quite literally priceless. His value is just beyond any measure we could ever possibly imagine. Okay, now this next part is so cool. Power and might. They sound pretty similar in English, right? But in Greek, they are totally distinct and really different. Dynamis, and yes, that's where we get our word dynamic, is active, miracle-working power in motion. It's power being used. But ischkes is different. That's the stored, inherent, unstoppable strength that God just possesses. Think of it this way. One is the lightning strike. The other is the infinite storm cloud it comes from. So we've got these 7 incredible attributes, all bookended by the word truly. But who is all this praise for? And how long does it last? Well, the verse leaves absolutely no doubt. Forever and ever in Greek literally translates to unto the ages of the ages. Now, this isn't just poetic language for a really long time. It is a statement of eternal, unending worship that echoes not just through time, but through every single age and era you can possibly imagine, on and on and on forever. So when you put all these pieces back together, the verse just transforms. It becomes this unbelievably rich, layered declaration, and it's sealed at the beginning and the end with that powerful, absolute affirmation, truly. So one verse goes from a simple list to this profound declaration of truth, character, wisdom, grace, value, and 2 totally distinct kinds of power, all of it stretching on into eternity. It really just leaves us with a question, doesn't it? If this much meaning can be packed into a single sentence of worship, what other depths are just waiting there for us to discover?